Hey folks, welcome back to another first impressions video where I take a look at some games that I've only played one time and give you my first impressions on them. Whether or not they will change, we'll have to see later on, but more often than not, these are games that I'm not going to review, probably. So this is my one chance, I guess you could say, before it gets reviewed by somebody else here at the studio. So we're going to take a look at two games today. One is called Boomtown and the other one is called Jetpack Joyride. So let's get to it. Boomtown is a spatial organization tile laying game, which I thought was pretty interesting on the outset of my gameplay of it. I did unbox this game, and that's what originally turned me on to how the game looked and whether or not I was going to like it. I do like tile laying games anyway, so there is that. But with this one, I was drawn to it, so we gave it a whirl. After the game, the beginner, I guess you could say, version of the game where you play with the A side seems to be largely puzzly, I guess you could say, because you're really just trying to figure out how you can put the different types of buildings on the map where they will score you the most points. The other side of the map seems to be, and I haven't played this one yet, it seems to be a little bit more, I guess, game friendly instead of just a puzzle, because there's a lot of different ways that you, the spaces that you put down your buildings on will determine from what pile you get to take your next tile to refill your hand. And on the A side, it's just columns. So you're really just kind of trying to choose which column you're going to put it on at first, and then later on in the game, it'll have a little bit more strategic, I guess you could say, choices that are involved there. But on the other side, they're all kind of spread throughout. So there's that. But it's a really simple game that uses very simple scoring mechanisms and it affects it. It's a good time. We enjoyed it, but I definitely need to play it on the other side to see if some of that puzzly nature of it kind of goes away and the game kind of rises to the surface. But that's just it for me for my first impressions of Boomtown. I did enjoy it, but I definitely want to try it again to see, I guess, how much I enjoy it, or to see if, yeah, this is probably not my game. But I do like the tile laying. I do like the aspect of scoring points, generating where you put the puzzle pieces, or the tile pieces rather. So that's Boomtown. Now, Jetpack Joyride is a game that I have actually played as an app. This is an app that you can download on whatever platform that you're using on your devices, and it's pretty fun. You're basically trying to break out of this laboratory with some experimental jetpack weaponry or something to that effect. I don't know all of the backstory with it, but you're trying to break through, and the further you get, the faster you go in the game, in the app. Well, with this one, it's more of a you have your 4 sectors laid out in front of you, and you're taking these little yellow pieces that are translucent so you can see what you're laying them on top of, and you're trying to navigate a safe space through all 4 sectors. So what's going to happen here is that the person who finishes all 4 sectors first will end the round, and then you play 3 rounds, and whoever scores the most points at the end of those 3 rounds is the winner. Well, the round will end with somebody finishing all 4 sectors, or by somebody saying, you know, I can't place any more of these pieces on my sectors, so everybody passes. And then you tally your points for that round, and then you go on to the next round. The cool thing about it is that the sectors that you have in front of you have different configurations on them, and they're also double-sided. So once you get done with a round, you take your configuration of sectors and you pass them to the person on your left, and so you get a different configuration to work with on each round. So I do like that. The speed aspect that is in the app is also there because you're trying to get you know, as many points the quickest that you possibly can so that you can end the round before everybody else has a chance to finish. So that quickness aspect is there. There are gadget cards that help you score more points or do special things within the game that you wouldn't normally be able to do. So I like that because that pretty much mirrors the app as well. So all in all, I was really excited to give this a try because I had played the app so much, and I like how the board game mimics the app in a very simple way, and because the app is very simple, so this should also be a simple game, and it is. So I did like it a lot, and I'm looking forward to giving it a try again as well. So that's Jetpack Joyride. So all in all, that's it for my first impressions for Bloomtown and Jetpack Joyride. I really did enjoy both of these games. Bloomtown probably a little bit less so, because it did have that puzzly feel to it that I'm not usually keen on in games, whereas Jetpack Joyride did also have a puzzly feel to it because you're trying to navigate your way through all those pieces. But I think because of my familiarity with the app, I was more accepting of it with this one, and I had more fun playing Jetpack Joyride, and it is the lighter game out of the two. So that's it from me. Thanks for joining me. I certainly appreciate it. We'll see you guys and gals on the flip side. Take care.
Thanks so much for watching another Dice Tower video. If you enjoy our videos, subscribe to the channel for more fun, comprehensive board game coverage. Also, consider joining us at one of our events. Come to Dice Tower Retreat, a small, intimate gathering where gaming is king. Join us for Dice Tower Cruise, the largest board game cruise. Attend Dice Tower West in Las Vegas for gaming fun on the West Coast, or Dice Tower East in Orlando in sunny Florida. Dice Tower Conventions, the friendliest gaming conventions on Earth. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.